Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. This time out, a super cool, affordable, and really fun MIDI controller for guitar and iOS. Let's get started. Today we're checking out TriplePlay Connect from Fishman. This is the latest MIDI controller and app from Fishman. Works with just about any guitar and your iOS device. There are just two components to the TriplePlay Connect system. There's a pickup that mounts to your guitar. It comes with a variety of different mounting brackets, and these attach to your guitar with double-sided tape. Once the mount is attached to your guitar, you just slide the pickup into place, and it's attached to the controller module, which has two buttons as well as a thumb wheel, which you can assign to a variety of different controls inside the app. The system connects to your iOS device using one of two cables, either a USB cable or, as I have here, a lightning cable. Makes the whole thing very simple. In fact, when I attached this to the guitar, plugged the cable in, and opened up the app, I was ready to play right out of the box. I didn't have to adjust a single parameter. Of course, you can go in and adjust things. You can set things up. For example, you can set the sensitivity for the strings here inside the app. You can tune your guitar here inside the app, so you have control over a variety of the different response characteristics, but it really is as easy as plugging in and making music. The app automatically senses when the system is connected, and it'll hook you right up. There's really only one adjustment available on the system itself, and that's the height of the pickup. You want it as close to the strings as possible without touching the strings. A tiny little screwdriver is included, as well as a feeler gauge that you slide under the string to make sure you're at the right height. Once you're inside the app, you have two sounds, and you can layer those or split those on the fingerboard. We have sound 1 here and sound 2. We can assign different sounds to those. We have all of the different possibilities here. You can also purchase in-app sounds as well. And once you're inside the app, you can then choose the sound that you want. For example, I'm on a synth bass here, but we could switch up to an organ sound. A piano sound. A variety of synthesizers, brass, strings, all kinds of different textures and sounds are available inside the app. Now we can turn on the second sound over here and assign it to a completely different sound. So let's maybe assign that to a French horn, and that'll be layered with our piano. You can choose whether those sounds are layered together or they're on different parts of the fretboard. You do that by selecting up here. Right now we're layered, so the entire fretboard is playing both sounds. But we can limit the range that we're playing with the synthesizer as well. Simply click here and we can drag to set the region of the fingerboard where we want the sound to be active. So at this point, I'm set up with the sound just covering from the 6th fret to the 13th fret. If we play the 14th or the 5th, we're not going to get the synthesizer sound. This allows you to have your regular guitar tone coming through and only layer the synthesizer where you want it to take place on the neck. The other option we have is to split the fingerboard so the sounds are available independently in different ranges of the fingerboard or on different strings. To do that, we simply click here. And now we can choose, for example, to have sound 1 on the top 4 strings and sound 2 on the bottom 4 strings. So we could have bass and flute, for example, playing at the same time and address those different sounds by playing on the different strings. But there's another option we have for playing sounds inside the app, and that's to trigger loops or one-shot samples. We turn that on here. We can turn off our regular sound playback, and now when we play in different parts of the fingerboard, we'll get different loops and different one-shot samples. You can trigger the loops and the sounds at the same time, so we could have a backing track going with all those rhythms or different accompaniment parts, different samples, and then we could play along using the synthesizer sounds. You can also choose to load your own audio recordings in. They can be from your iTunes library, they can be recordings you've made. You can even make recordings from inside the app and use those as part of the fingerboard triggered samples. In addition to that, we have pads inside the app where we can trigger different sounds. You can assign different sounds to each of the pads, and you can also load your own sounds in and assign those to the pads. We have control over a variety of parameters for shaping each of the sounds. For example, under this screen, we have a graphic EQ here. We have synthesizer type sounds available, and we also have onboard effects, reverb, delay, and so on. We have so much ability to make music using the TriplePlay Connect app. You can load up sounds, trigger them from the guitar, play them from the pads. You can record your performances by hitting a single button in the app, and then you can share those audio recordings, or you can load them back into the app to work on them further. Of course, the question that always comes up when we're talking about a controller like this is how well it tracks your playing, and I'm finding the TriplePlay Connect works extremely well. It even tracks bends, your vibrato, or even the whammy bar. If you're looking for an easy-to-use, affordable solution for turning your guitar into a controller for synthesizer sounds and for triggering loops and creating performances using your iOS device, you definitely want to check out TriplePlay Connect. I've had a lot of fun playing with this. It's addictive. You can just sit down and while away hours trying out different sounds and playing on your guitar. Definitely want to check this one out. Thanks for joining me for Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more guitars, more amps, more effects. We'll be making lots of music. I'm Mitch Gallagher.